What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are doing really good. We're going to do a 3-part series today. I'm so excited. Well, today will be the first part, and then the next 2 times we get together, you'll get the other 2 parts. Super excited. Let's get ready to rock and roll. All right, guys, that was TobyMac Everything. I hope you guys enjoyed that. So again, today we are going to be doing our first part of our 3-part series, and it's going to be about patiently waiting. Patiently waiting. So today we're going to be talking about the position of patiently waiting. The next time we get together, we're going to be talking about the perspective of patiently waiting. And then the last time we get together, when it comes to the series, it's going to be talking about the prize of patiently waiting on God. So talking about position. What are you guys just saying? God, I am patiently waiting. Or maybe we aren't even patiently waiting. We're just like, God, I need for you to come through in this area. I need it now. Maybe you've been waiting for years. Maybe you just feel like you're about to give up because God is not coming through. It seems like your prayers are hitting the ceiling. Nothing's happening. Nothing's moving. Other people's prayers are being answered. But for whatever reason, yours just aren't effective, right? That's how we feel sometimes. But God hears every single one of our prayers, but if we aren't positioned properly, that can affect and hinder the answer of that prayer coming to fruition in your life. So when we're talking about the position of patiently waiting, it's all about posture. What does the definition say of posture? The second definition says this: it's a particular way of dealing with or considering something. It's an approach or an attitude. I like that. It's an approach or it's an attitude. Our position sometimes, our approach while we are patiently waiting isn't patient at all. Our attitude may not be anything positive whatsoever. Sometimes we demand of God, God, you're working in this person's life. Do it in mine. Where are you? Show up. Sometimes we try to manipulate God, maybe the way we manipulate other people. God, how come I don't get this? I've done this. I've done that. I go to church. I read my Bible. I do all this stuff. Where are you? Sometimes we manipulate or attempt to manipulate God because God cannot be manipulated, but we try to force him to come through. We try to put a guilt trip upon him, and it doesn't work. Wrong postures are maybe we're being bitter. And we just have a negative, nasty attitude. Well, I guess, I'm just not going to receive it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. You know those people that are always bitter, that are always negative, and their life, what comes out of their mouth does not reflect the God that we serve. Even if we look at Job, right? He went through hell and back. He went through some horrible stuff. He lost his house. He lost his family, right? He lost his farm, his money, all that stuff. But he did not remain bitter. He still loved God. He still praised God in the midst of his trials. There are people who are bitter while they're waiting on God. And God says, that's not the posture that I want you to have when you're supposed to be patiently waiting on me. God is the giver, the gifter of good things. I'm not saying this to try to preach just some positive fluff gospel. No, this is real talk. Yes, there are hard times that come our way. Yes, we do not always receive everything that we want. Yes, sometimes God does not give us the things that we're begging him for, but he has stuff that is better planned for us. He knows what is best for us. So he just says, can I be number one in your life? Can you trust me? So let me not get ahead of myself. Sometimes another wrong posture that we have is that we're totally stubborn. God is saying, I need for you to do this. He'll put something in your heart, right? He's like, well, hey, why don't you write this book? Hey, why don't you go and minister to this group of people? Hey, why don't you volunteer in this area in your church? Hey, why don't you volunteer in that area? Hey, why don't you take your free time that you have and do this thing that I'm telling you to do, something that's productive? So many times we are looking at the end result. We're waiting for the end result. We don't want to do step A, B, C, D, or E because it doesn't reflect the end result. God says, wait a second, this is a process. This is a process. And sometimes we are stubborn and we're like, God, I want it my way. I want it now. If we're saying, God, I want you to come through in this area, and he's like, okay, can you forgive your mom for doing that? That has nothing to do with that, God. Come on now. Don't ask me to do some like forgive. Do you know what they did to me? Do you know how ugly they're acting? God says, yes, I do, but I'm asking for you to bless them right now. I'm asking you to drop $100 on them right now. Yes, that person that's doing you wrong. Yes, that person that's acting ugly. God, I'm asking for this in ministry. I'm asking for you to change this in my marriage. What does that have to do with what I'm asking you for? It has everything, because God needs to change your character in order for you to receive and take care of the blessings that you are asking for. Are you being stubborn? Another wrong posture that we have is we think we are deserving of it. God, I deserve this because. I deserve this because I did it your way for a whole year. Come on, where's the blessing? Where's the benefit? I deserve this because I've been doing this in ministry. So come on, where's the fruit? Where's what I want? God knows the motives of your heart. And if the posture of your heart is not right, you could be doing and striving, doing all of these good things for God, but you may not reap the benefit of it because the posture of your heart is not positioned properly. What is that proper posture that we must have while we're patiently waiting? We need to be humble. God, I don't deserve any of this. We're asking God for so many things. Can going to heaven be enough? Let me ask you this. This is how you can tell if your heart is not in the right place. If God doesn't give you anything that you're asking for, if all you receive is salvation and going to heaven, is that enough? Or do you deserve more than that? Do you deserve a bigger house? You deserve to get married. You deserve for your kids to serve the Lord. You deserve to get that job. Wait a second. We're talking about a lot of first world problems right here. This is the attitude of people that have a lot. In America, we have a lot. You can be broke, but the brokest people in America are wealthier than the poorest people in the world. So we're blessed. We are blessed. In our lack, we are blessed. So is the position of your heart not in a humble place to say, God, if you do nothing else for me, I'm good because I love you. Another proper position, we need to have a servanthood mindset. God says that we should be just his servant. What does that look like? God, I am yours, totally and completely yours. Have your way in my life. Transform me into your servant. If Jesus washed the feet of his disciples, and this is someone who is on the throne in heaven, and he humbled himself to wash the feet of the disciples, humbled himself to serve other people. What makes us think that we should be no less than what he did upon this earth, but to serve other people? Our posture needs to be of a servanthood type living. Come on, guys. We have to desire to just give our everything to God. In several different places in 2 Chronicles and in Psalms, it says to seek his face. Come on, guys. Seek his face, not his hand. Seek who he is. Seek his character. God, make me more like your son. God, transform me. God, I want to do what you want me to do. Put that up on a pedestal. Take off that pedestal. God, I deserve this. God, I want that. Because if we are positioned in a place to where we are focused on what we want, what we deserve, our position is not proper in receiving what God wants for us to receive. It's simply not. So when it comes to our position, we have to have what? A humble heart, to be heavenly minded, not earthly minded. We need to have a servanthood type of lifestyle. And we have to seek God's face, not his hand in everything. So that is part 1 today, guys, of patiently waiting on God. Whatever it is that you are asking God for, I'm giving you the remedy for it. But you have to literally take that stuff. You pray it to God. God, I'm asking this. I'm desiring that. You even put this in my heart, God. But I kind of made it number 1 and I kind of put you on the back burner. But you know what? I prayed for this. You know what I want. You know the desires of my heart. I'm going to take it. I'm going to put it on the shelf. I'm not going to focus on it. I'm going to focus on getting to know you, becoming your servant, saying, God, do what you want in my life today. I'm here simply to serve you. If we lead with that, we will receive the blessings that God has for us. But our hearts have to be positioned properly as we patiently wait for God. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Here is David Dunn, It Is Well. All right, guys, follow me. Subscribe down here somewhere. I love you guys. I have a seminar coming up, okay? It's a conference, and it's going to be on homosexuality and the Bible, so stay tuned for more info.